So this next topic that I wanted to hit on, it's something I normally don't talk about because, again, it's just I try to stay away from things that are even a little bit politically incorrect to say according to people on one political party. But at this point, I'm going to be doing this podcast. I'm going to have to give my opinions on stuff. So I wanted to talk about this because I saw this commercial and it's been going on. This commercial's been airing on TV during NBA games for 4 months now in Canada. And I'll just air a quick clip of it. I'll fast forward through it, but it's a good commercial all in all. But anyways, just here it is. It's about the pay gap in WNBA versus the NBA. So here it is.
My first love
will be basketball.
By the time I was 11,
I was the best player in the city.
So it's talking about a girl and a guy. They're really both good at basketball.
I'll pull it from 30.
Thread the needle.
Anyways, they're both really good at basketball. And then let's fast forward a little bit here.
Back to back to back.
I'll be Big E's second team.
Big E's
they both have. They're saying how they both have the same accolades. Okay, let's fast forward here.
And I'll get drafted in the first round. My rookie contract, $4 million.
My rookie contract will be $40,000.
All right, so that's what the commercial's about. It's about it's been airing a lot, and pretty much what they're saying is that WNBA stars, and it's true, get paid substantially less than NBA stars, and that happens. Okay, so I just want to give you a little bit of an explanation for why this is a topic that is bothersome from a business perspective, because here's the deal. The NBA draws in way more numbers and way more fans and has way higher ticket prices, and guys care way more about the NBA than girls care about the WNBA. If you ask a guy, even if they don't care about sports, to name 3 NBA players, they can probably do it. They can do LeBron James, and they can do, Kevin Durant, and, they can do Steph Curry, some of the more famous ones, or they can do even the Kardashian people, like the Lamar Odoms and whoever. People can name some NBA stars. I like basketball, and I have watched some WNBA games. And I can really only name like Candace Parker, and really that's about it for the WNBA. And I want to explain why the WNBA league makes, or players get paid a lot less than the NBA. So ignoring gender in this, by the way, because here's what made me mad is that they're bringing gender into this. Let's take gender out of this equation. So let's say all of the people in the NBA and WNBA, same gender, doesn't matter if they're women, men, who cares? Okay. So the NBA, on average, has about 17,000 people in their stadiums a night. They charge about $50 to $60 on average for a ticket. Obviously, in some arenas, it's hundreds of dollars on average, or $120 on average. Some arenas, it's $20. But regardless, 17,000 people, NBA ratings, millions of people watch nationally televised NBA games, or even if it's on ESPN2 or 3 or TSN, whatever in Canada, you're going to get millions of viewers. In Canada, you'll get hundreds of thousands of viewers. In the WNBA, you put them on the same network, on the same channel, in a similar time slot, maybe not the same time slot, but similar time slot. We're talking a 90% reduction in ratings. No one watches the games. On average, they have a few thousand people going to the games. They give away tickets and no one goes. Just from a business perspective, they do not have as many customers or fans or eyeballs watching them as a league. And you can't bring as much you're not bringing anywhere near as much ad revenue, not bringing anywhere near as much ticket revenue. You're not bringing in, I don't know. Those are the two main ones, right? Tickets and TV revenue, right? Actually, that's pretty much for the most part. And maybe some online revenue or something like that. And merchandise too, that's another big thing. We're talking, it's not even close. And what I really don't like about a lot of the WNBA rhetoric is that they're saying it's because of gender. And it is not. It is because people just don't want to watch. If people don't want to watch the NBA for a bunch of reasons, I guess. A lot of here's an example. All right. So in the history of the WNBA, there's only been 5 or 10 people that have dunked in the league. Because obviously women biologically different than guys. I can dunk, right? Like, I can dunk. I play basketball. Like, well, maybe not at this current second, but I've been able to dunk a basketball pretty easily. And I really don't play. And I'm just like an average dude. I'm 6'3", right? But I can dunk. And I can make pretty athletic plays. You know, if you watch the WNBA games, it's like watching they're all very athletic. They're all very talented. They can all kick my butt at basketball. All right. Every single one of them can kick my butt at basketball. All of them. But well, unless they're like really, really small, then I'm probably like, I play basketball, so I could play with college guys. So I'd probably be good enough to, over a smaller person, maybe able to play with them. But for the most part, they can all kick my butt. But here's the thing is that, you know, if people cared as much about the WNBA as, you know, a lot of people care about the NBA, their pays should be equal for the most part. So here's what I want to bring up. Here's what I want to ask you guys is, I know that this is a really touchy topic. I'm just trying to take gender out of the equation for this, by the way. I'm just looking at this from pretty objectively. I'm not saying that women, obviously, I'm not saying women should get paid less at all. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just trying to walk this line here. I'm saying that leagues that do not have as many viewers or as many fans, they will not get as much revenue, and they should not pay their players as much as leagues that make way more money. And it's that simple. And another thing that I noticed too, actually, is that a lot of the WNBA players, like, they, apart from talking about the wage gap and stuff in the WNBA and in the NBA, a lot of them don't like do any sort of social media, like, at all. Some of their biggest stars really don't tweet ever or do any Instagram or YouTube or interviews unless it's about like pay discrimination or something like that. It's not all, I'm not clumping them all in together. I've just noticed it from some of the bigger stars. I did look this up about like last week, actually. And, you know, look at NBA. Like, LeBron made tweets about the president. And, you know, they're on social media all the time. They post GIFs, and now some of them have their own YouTube shows. And so, I mean, what I'm trying to say here is that you gotta get more. If you want to get paid more, you gotta put more eyeballs on the game. So a lot of my recommendation for a lot of WNBA players and managers and coaches is that try to do stuff that's outside of basketball as well. Try to get bigger on Instagram or Twitter or YouTube or Facebook, the new generation. I think that's what you have to do. And then, you know what? I think, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like, you know, guys make up larger than 90% of NBA true hardcore fans. Now, I feel like if the women had that many, if WNBA had that many women hardcore fans, then we wouldn't even be having this conversation. They'd be making, you know, $30 million a year for the highest paid players too. So this is just something that kind of bothered me. And I'm really sorry if this offends anyone out there, but from a business perspective, it's the truth, is that if you don't have as many people watching the game, or paying to watch the game, or going or buying merchandise, you're not going to get paid as much. And taking this whole pay discrimination perspective, it's not the right way to go.